Doing a little quick video here to spread the understanding. Looking at a little speck on my phone, don't worry about that. The understanding I've got from using the epicenter, because you know, when I was on the fence about getting it, I was wondering, or you know, searching videos just to try to get a good understanding of what I could expect from it. And I feel like it's probably value to the internet that I show my perspective of how I use it. So you guys know the tracks. If you're looking for epicenter, you got your tracks that you don't feel hit hard enough. So what I do, this was one that was playing, right? So what I do, I separate those tracks from the tracks that already hit hard, just so you don't unintentionally drive the thing too hard. So without further ado, I don't really need, should I really show the epicenter? My shit is not pretty. There it is, the epicenter. Alright, cool. Alright, you guys know? There it is. What I did, I hooked up, this is the knob for it, and this here is an oscilloscope, which is going to hopefully give a good idea of how this thing works. So, a lot of these old reggae songs, I probably wouldn't need the epicenter for if I had decent mid bass, and I don't, because like the bass hitting notes in these songs, they probably do fine with mid bass, but I don't have it. So what the epicenter does is, as I turn up the effect, the mid bass, let me just turn it all the way down for now for the start of this vid. So the mid bass moves into this more sub bass. Like my subwoofer can play, my subwoofer plays decent from from like 30 hertz or like 28 hertz up to about 50 hertz, and then after that it has like an aggressive fall off. And then like if I do like a sweep in this car, there's a noticeable lull, like around 55 hertz all the way to about 90, 100 hertz where the speakers start picking up. So there's a huge lull in that mid area, that high sub to mid bass area. So when songs hit in those areas, that's where the scope comes in. And not the scope, that's where the epicenter comes in. Now what I'm going to do with the oscilloscope is show the waves, right? Because I heard some misconceptions that if you have your gain set correctly, then the epicenter won't clip. That's not true. As you more aggressively add the effect, then the song will start to clip. Now let me just do an example. I hope this can pick up the waves, right? I have it turned all the way down right now. So at the beginning you can see a little bass coming in. I can hear it, it's cool. It's like I can't really groove to that, you know. When you know your speakers can do more, you're like, that's not doing nothing for me. So I'm gonna play it, turn the effect up. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. Before you bring back the barrow clothes, then wash it. Who in the falls, everything passive. Falls here, falls Now, I don't know how good that is coming through in the camera. I'll find out when I'm looking at the stuff, right? But as I hope you can see that as I turn it up to like a desired height, it's just getting like it's on the edge. It's like none of the long notes are actually going over clipping, but that's not full. And I mean, I think you can tell without me turning up any higher that if I turn the effect more, then it'll get more aggressive, and then eventually you be clipping. So this definitely can clip you, no matter how you have your game set. This can clip you if you mess with the knob too much. So I'll demonstrate by letting it clip softly. Hopefully that does. I don't regret that decision. But for YouTube, so once again, I hope it came through on the video. Like, I didn't turn up the volume on the head unit or anything, or the actual bass knob that I really don't have connected. I just turned the effect up from the epicenter, adding more effect, giving more power to those notes. Ended up sending enough signal to clip the signal that wasn't clipping before. So you got to be careful. You definitely can end up with quite the aggressive clip. I think that's a rat in the garbage. Yeah, you can end up with an aggressive clip if you're not careful. So I got a weird setup here, so I kind of monitor it so I don't end up blowing this up. I had it set up for so long that I hardly look at the oscilloscope anymore. I kind of just know how far I can turn the knob, and then like I have a whole playlist of songs that sound decent with the same amount of the effect in, so I don't have to constantly adjust it, because it can be annoying doing that, like from song to song, like I'll give it a little more, I'll give it a little less, a little more. I just, I find it easy to do the work, put in the playlist with enough songs, just so I could just leave it and let it play. And then, I got another playlist with the songs just naturally hit hard, and in those cases I just take the all right, I call this one Reggae Plus, but the plus is like, and you see rap and R&B plus. When I add plus, that's the songs that need the little epicenter boost. And if I just click reggae and play any random song, these are like rebased reggae tracks. So I already turned the epicenter down, so that I don't need the epicenter punch. They're aggressively rebased, and rebased at that, because as you can see, I showed the oscilloscope. It was like barely even close to clipping, but like, believe me, the way it sounds is like you don't need it anymore. So yeah, well, that's my 2 cents on the subject.